everybody back to Celebrity with Nene. So I'm Nene, and today my crew members are Johnny and Reese. And today we are going to be recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 6, episode 8. Okay. And so I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right in. Oh, I want to mention to you, make sure you hit the like button as you come into the room. If you forget to hit it as you come into the room, you can hit it at any time during our broadcast. You can also hit subscribe so that you can become one of our crew members. Okay. So this episode, me and Johnny were talking about it a little bit right before we went on air. I felt like the episode didn't go the way that I thought it was going to go. Like, it felt like the producers tried to make it seem like it was going to be something that it just really wasn't. But it was just from a production standpoint side. I won't say it was necessarily the ladies. But, okay. So, the episode starts out, dinner arrives at the house. So this is after the fight between Wendy and Giselle. And so Wendy refuses to eat with Giselle. So the three ladies that are staying at the cottage, they packed up their food in a box and they went back to the cottage. They ate there, or at least I think they did. I don't remember them showing them actually eating.
They ate like a little bit, tiny bit.
Yeah, and so they sat down and they had a little moment. Wendy cried again, and the ladies kind of just discussed the events of that evening. And so then they all decide to go to bed. Where Wendy calls her husband and it's like, I got something to tell you, but I gotta wait till later. I was like, why? I don't know. This is just me. I don't like suspense. So why tell me you're gonna tell me something?
Yeah, wait. Just wait.
Why did she tell me or wait? No business even mentioning it. Like, that was the stupidest phone call.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get it. He could see it on TV, but it's like, why bring it up? You know, most likely he's going to have feelings about that, and he may have feelings towards the ladies now. He doesn't know which one of the ladies unless she explains it to him, like was even talking very much. Absolutely. And so then we skip forward to like the next day. And so the ladies from the cottage go back to the bigger house. I'll call it the bigger house. So they go back to the bigger house where Giselle, she's in the pool again doing her exercises. Robin, I don't know what Robin was doing. I can't really remember. And so
I think she was on the phone or something when they came.
And Wendy's just kind of trolloping around the pool. I wonder if maybe she can't swim and she's scared of the water. I don't know. Because it seems like she likes to stay around the pool. She doesn't like to get in the pool. Alrighty, so when I keep forgetting her name. When Avondale Estates walks in, she, kind of makes mention to Robin that, like, you kind of started some mess last night. And Robin is like, not Robin, she said it to Giselle. And so Giselle is like, I didn't do anything. Ashley brought all that drama. And so Candace, she comes over to the water with the ladies, and she tells them that she wants to play games while they're on the girls' trip, which I can understand. I want to play some games, do something interesting than just laying around the house. And so she tells them she is looking for some backup dancers. And we got a crew member here. Hey, Yolanda.
Hey, Yolanda.
Yeah, so she says she's looking for some backup dancers for her music video, Drive Back. Mm-hmm. Y'all know it's hard for me to keep a straight face, right? I was like, I know you're not looking for backup dancers. Really?
No, she not backup dancers.
Yeah, you want some untrained backup dancers. Okay. Right. Really showing you professionalism right now, Candace. And so she divides the ladies into groups. So she puts Mia, Giselle, and Robin on a team together, and Wendy and Enchilada together. And then Karen ended up being like by herself. Okay. And so she tells the ladies to go practice, their routines. She wants them to do 8 counts. I'm not a dancer. I know that's part of like their dance moves, how they count up their dance moves, but I don't know too much more than that. Right? Okay. And So what did y'all think about those scenes?
Um, yeah. I mean, they ain't none of them really, in my opinion, qualify for no backup dancer. However, I would say, like, I mean, I feel like Robin did try to get her little group to actually have some sort of routine other than just
Yeah.
the little back to back. Like,
I
I
mean,
thought it was quality.
she did try, but the issue is she had stiff neck Giselle there.
Yeah,
All thing she
Giselle
could do.
was looking crazy. Giselle was looking
I'm
crazy.
like, what is this?
She
Yeah, she
was.
has. That's the craziest thing. She has no rhythm.
Mm-mm.
And that was it's funny to say that because I've been trying to go backwards to figure out the whole episodes and all that stuff. And in the first season it was all about the blackety blackness. So to see this blackety black ain't got no rhythm, I think it's pretty funny.
So
Yeah, she
Yolanda asked,
definitely
who do you think had the best dance?
I liked Robin's dance. If Robin could have executed her dance better, I think she had the better 8 count dance.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Karen, she did, I mean, for her age and stuff, I think she did well. And it's not because I'm just a Karen lover, but I did like her little freestyle because she didn't get to practice anything. She just did it on the fly.
Well, she wasn't even supposed to do it. So there was no
Yeah.
practice. She wasn't even supposed to do it. She just kind of went out there because they were like, oh, Karen's turn. And she went out there. So she wasn't even, because she said, I'm not doing it. I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have got a chance to practice because of whatever. But yeah, I mean, for an old lady dance, it was cute. You know what I mean? Like, because she definitely danced her age with a little bit of youngness to it. And I give it to her because she's older than Giselle, but she did do better than Giselle. The Giselle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for Giselle to even make her little comment, that's what Ray getting. That's a shame. You know, I'm about to send him a stripper, but it's like, come on now, she did better than you, and she got your age.
She
so
did.
I'm like,
yeah.
So I'm like, now Giselle, of everybody, Giselle should not have said nothing about nobody's dance moves.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen her TikTok?
Mm-mm.
No.
She has a TikTok. I'll send it to y'all like after the show so y'all can. It's not much better.
You know who I looked at, who I had no idea was trying to dance out there?
Who?
Vin Diesel. Have you seen his Beyonce dance to Drunken Love? I have whole new eyes for Vin Diesel. Whole new eyes.
So let me ask you this, because we shady. So would I be like, yeah, or would I be like, which one would I be?
You'd be like, what the hell is that?
Oh, okay.
Wait, so I'm still confused. Is it a bad? What is that?
No, it's horrible.
Worse than Giselle.
If my eyes could open up anymore, let me.
So worse than Giselle. Worse than Giselle.
Girl.
That means you not even letting you want to watch.
They need to have a dance off together to see who's the worst. Like, it's horrible.
I'm gonna look. Maybe that's what she should compete, because then maybe it'll be like, okay, she ain't so bad.
I have never. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's horrible. Okay. Horrible.
So Yolanda says, to her, all of them were stiff.
They were.
Yeah, there was a lot of stiffness going on. And I was shocked because Wendy was doing all those exercises. I'm like, Wendy getting herself loosened up. But,
man, she just throwing them legs.
She did better on the bus.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Well, no, because on the bus, that was just, when she dropped down and was popping it, that was better on the bus, yeah.
Yeah, so
that's the only thing she did better on the bus.
And so Yolanda, Reese explained, Karen wasn't supposed to be in the dance. That's how she ended up with a solo dance. She wasn't put into a group with the other ladies. And she says, me approved, you can't tweak plastic. Exactly, that's what she said. Do anything.
Twerk.
Yeah.
Twerk,
all thing she could do was push out her duck lips.
Yeah.
All she could do.
But you know what I mean? Mia, that's a little disappointing because she was getting it on the bus.
Yeah. And y'all called her stripper so many times she should have been able to. Well, maybe she didn't have the pole. Maybe that was it.
Yeah. Maybe. She said she wasn't no dancer.
Yeah, she did say that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Oh, and then Robin reveals. I was expecting also more from Robin because she said, I've been in some music videos. I went back and I did watch Bad Boy for Life.
Mm-hmm.
I saw her twice, and I had to like pause and rewind, pause, rewind, play, to see her. But
She was sitting in the pool. I mean, in the little hot tub the whole time.
yeah, I saw her in the hot tub, and then I saw her when she got off the bus. There was a scene where the girls were getting off the bus,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, well, I mean, if you were doing music videos, I'm expecting a little bit looser, better movement than this, but maybe
Yeah, but
she
she
was
was
Maybe
dancing.
video
was that
girl.
before like she became a family woman? If it was back in her day, you know what I'm saying? Because I was I used to could work it, and then now I'd be like, man, I'm so stiff. Like,
It does do a difference, doesn't it? Like even now, even when I go dance or whatever, I'm really in the box. I do the two-step.
Yeah.
Two-step. That's
Yeah.
all I do. I'll sway my head, two-step.
Oh, damn. I understand.
But when it comes
Yeah,
down to
your
get
body.
down and start to twerk it, I'm like, oh, is that how
look,
you
and
sit
they be
there?
paying for that two step the next day. I'm like, woo.
Right. That's what I was
Like,
about to
you
say.
hurt, my
Sometimes
back
the
hurt.
next
Like, what
day.
did I do?
I'm
I'm like, all
like,
I did was go side to side. Man, I feel like somebody
yeah,
beat me.
The
yeah,
next
I'm
day,
popping back the
my
aspirin
legs feel
next
like
day.
jelly. Yeah, crazy.
Absolutely. All right. So we touched upon that. So then they showed a scene of Ashley's family. And I'm sorry, they're just boring to watch. But children aren't really necessarily the funnest to watch unless they're doing cute stuff. I did think it was nice of Michael to get her, I guess that was her push gift. He got her a ring with everybody's birthstone in it.
Yeah, it was cute.
That was really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, so, I can understand that. And so Anchovy, I forgot to mention this part. So
Well,
Anchovy,
I mean, with what old girl, like they was being a little descriptive again. I noticed like she just talks about all her insides like all the time.
yes. But then my thing is, what C-section scar is gonna cut a tattoo that's all the way down there? Like, but I
Oh,
don't
wait,
know.
you talking about old girl? I was talking about Ashley with her talking about she can't get up
Oh,
because she like it's still I can't get up because
look,
she's like he's like, you look at it, and then she's like, yeah, I
yeah,
looked and I couldn't see. I'm like,
yeah. So before I
you
say
gotta
this,
talk
I want
about what's coming in and out of your stuff every
yeah.
episode.
Now, before I say this, I do want to give a disclaimer. I have absolutely no problem with a woman breastfeeding or breastfeeding in public. But why is it every scene Ashley got her tit out? Can we
Yeah,
put away your tits, honey?
I
And
guess.
stop talking about your crotch area.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm over the move. I mean, I'm over that the placenta, the stitches. Like I'm so over it because I mean, I don't nobody want.
Yeah,
Man,
Michael
forget it.
peeing out holes for. I'm just like, I'm so over that. So she says, Yolanda says, Ashley saying Michael had a checkered past lies. They were swingers from the jump. I do believe that. I do believe that they were swinging from the jump. That's how she got her ring. And then now that she's had babies, she wants to slow it down. That's what I personally think. But I
Yeah,
could
and
be,
that's why we've said that before. You can't start your contract off like that. Like that's what you brought in was the fact that you were open to women being brought into your bedroom, and you can't just cut it off like that with like yeah, I'm done. No.
But you know,
correct.
I've heard one thing about swingers because I actually have known a couple people that did it, and
I thought she was going to say, I actually
I
went
thought
to.
she
I was going to say, when? When did this happen?
no. I'm not my man with no, because you know what I'm saying? Because then then the man can be mad because you got the swap and all this stuff, and then if the other dude is better, then I got to go back to I ain't doing all that. That's too much. But I've heard like with most swinger couples, like you might have two swinger couple, like the two people in a relationship, both people might be into it, but usually one of them is doing it to make the other one happy. It's not that that's what they want to do. They're just kind of
Oh,
going along with it. And I've heard that, and that's kind of like why some of their marriages don't work if both of them ain't in it. Because obviously one of them is going to get bored and be like, okay, let's settle down and let's be regular. And they're like, nah, not me.
yeah. And I would think the one that really wants to do it is going to want to take it to the next level,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
probably outside of that person's comfort zone, too. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And so this is Dr. Reese swinging.
Never that. Never.
That's the way you said it. It seemed like that's what
It
you were
did.
about
That's how I was
to
like,
No, I mean for real though. I knew because you know I mean military, I meet all kind of crazy folks. And I swear where I'm at now, like I didn't heard of so many of these couples. I'm like, dang, I just didn't think it was just that common, but I don't know. I
sometimes it's
guess.
brought in to bring spice into the relationship because they've
Yeah.
kind of hit a dead spot and they actually kind of reconnect and grow back
Mhm.
together or rebuild their bond. Um, and sometimes, like you said, it ruins their relationship. But with
Mhm.
them, though, I think it's been the whole time up
Yeah,
until she
like
got
that's.
pregnant. And I
Yeah.
just don't think that's how you work that out with that. You're the one, because she was the one who also said she likes women. So
Mm,
it's like you're the one who's saying out here that you're bisexual. You're the one out here putting all that out there, and then now
mhm.
you're like, yeah, I think I'm done. We're not doing it anymore. I just
Yeah,
don't
I
think
guess I can
that's
see
gonna
that.
work.
Yeah. All right. So we also had a scene. I think this happened actually before the dancing, but I just added it in there. Anchovy, she lets Robin know she feels that she ran to Giselle's defense. Robin says she was just defending her friend.
Mhm.
And so Anchovy left it alone. Well, she had her little moment in the confessional. Um, and so Giselle tells Wendy that she wants to talk to her when she wants to, whenever Wendy wants to. And
Mhm.
Wendy you could tell she was still upset. She was throwing her braids, throwing her neck, giving attitude.
She kind
And
of was being a
so,
little weird. Like it was just like.
Why even be there? My whole thing was the whole time, why even be there? If you're gonna bring about that cloud of funkiness, I would have just stayed my ass at home. If I really felt like I couldn't get past it and fake it and be fake, I'd just be home. I'd just be in the cottage. Like I'm in the
yeah,
cottage
you know
chilling.
what? I agree with you where I probably would have left. That would have been me. That would have been my thing. But I also get irritated when somebody does something to upset me, and then it's
Mhm.
like they want to dictate how I react or how I behave afterwards. And it's like you don't get to dictate when you dictated and got this situation going. So it's like I can see it from both sides. But me personally, y'all know it. I'll get up. I'm gone. It's the middle
Yeah,
of the night.
I
I'm
wouldn't
gone.
have been there. I'd have been
Yeah.
like, you know what? I can't deal with you right now. I'm out.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Doing all the weird hair twists and
Yeah. And so
made her
then we
look
see
special.
Yeah, then we see Giselle in the confessional as she's saying Wendy is acting high schoolish. I'm like, both of you are, really. Both of you are. Because you making your little statements and almost you want to control how she behaves as high school and childish too. Like, you're grown, you should know that you think Rob and Juan should start swinging. Well, first they got to start sleeping together again. First, that's what they got to do. Okay. And then maybe that'll bring some excitement back into their relationship. Maybe. You know.
Yeah, their previews aren't looking good. I'm kind of worried.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not looking good. So the ladies they swap their birth stories, or at least Mia and Robin do. So Mia says that her first husband he couldn't handle what was going on, so he was at the club across the street. So I can only imagine what club he was in. But that's what he was doing. And then Robin reveals that Juan missed their daughter, their daughter, their son Carter's birth. And she was saying, you know, sometimes she brings that up to him and blah blah blah. So, I mean, you've had children, Johnny. So, what did you think of them swapping their birth stories or birth horror?
I mean, it's cool to find people you can relate to with those things. Luckily, my kid's father was there for both of.
Oh,
Kind of forgot
I
he
wasn't
wasn't
trying
there
to
for.
put you on the spot and
No,
make you.
no, no! I totally forgot he wasn't there for the third one, but that was by my choice. Not, which of
Yeah,
course we
because he
talked
did.
about
He
later.
showed up. Yeah, I will give him. He did show up. Now
You
I
showed
won't.
up.
I'm not gonna put anything out there.
Yeah, No,
No.
he showed up, but I kicked him out because I did not want him there. So, of course, that's something I'll have to explain later. But if that ever comes up, so far it hasn't yet. With my little one who wants to know everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, for the first two, he was there. So I guess I would have never thought he wouldn't be there for the second one. I could see where your hesitation comes in, and you've had the second one. You're wondering if he's going to be there for that one. Because she almost make it seem like he wasn't there for either one. Because
you know
she
what?
said
She has made statements that it seems like he wasn't really around when the boys were babies.
Yeah.
Then she did say they weren't in the best space at that time either. So I guess that's another one. You know,
maybe that's why. But yeah.
She says, Yolanda says, I've seen vids on TikTok when the men were in the were on the PlayStation while their wives were giving birth. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna break your PlayStation if you're playing PlayStation while I'm in labor.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. It was so weird. Like in my situation, he kept trying to rub my belly and stuff, and I'm like, stop touching me. I don't want you touching me. But then I didn't want him to leave. I just wanted him to stand right there and just stand there and be still.
Oh yeah, I was the same way. I was so cranky, out of this world. It was like, he's touching me, I'm hooping and hollering. I'm like, come rub my back. Then I'm hooping and hollering because he's touching my back. I was so touchy. I was so.
Well, in my disgusting experience, I was actually with my daughter. I was actually vomiting bile. So I just needed him there to hold the bile bucket.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't think you went a little far, girl. You said that's the only thing you wanted.
Yeah, I was just like, hold this, because you just never knew when it was going to come. It was horrible with her. Like, that was gross. And then with my son, he came so fast, and I will forever hate the nurse that attended him, because she was the one talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. You ain't going to have this baby yet. You ain't going to have this baby yet. And by God, he almost missed that one, but he didn't. He ran back once. The doctor, I was crying because I was like, please come back. I don't want to have this baby by myself. He left only because the nurse told him he was fine to go when she found out he wasn't fine to go. Boy, I tell you, I would have ran out. I swear, if I still see her to this day, I still remember her face in the car.
You gotta watch your back.
Man. So anyways, yeah, we all have our interesting stories.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, and I don't mind sharing mine along with other ladies if we're talking about it. Then I'll share it. So that's why I wasn't grossed out about it, but I was like, they had some interesting birth stories to me. Yeah, and so the ladies, they practice their dances. Robin, she says she's experienced. I think I already covered that part. And Karen, of course, she won. Well, I shouldn't say of course, but Karen ended up winning. And I was like, that's a dang on shame. Karen danced better than Candace did in her own music video. And so Karen, Mia, and Wendy, they head off to Surrey County, where Karen is getting the key to the city and is being named the ambassador. I did like that they had like a COVID-friendly ceremony, because we all know that COVID was running rampant at that time, but at least they were being responsible about it. And so while they are in Surrey County, the other ladies, they go to play tennis, and they had a wager. I didn't actually catch when they made the wager, but I guess the wagers, the winners get foot rubs by the losers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I could be playing with these two ladies here, and I am very close with these two ladies. I'm not rubbing your feet. I'm not going to agree to that. I'm not. I really want to rub on my men's feet. My men's feet. I have men's feet, but I really want to rub on my men's feet.
No.
That would be a wager. Once you ain't like toddler and under is the only feet I'm okay with touching. After that,
and they have to be my toddler's feet. Although I do take that back. There was one baby I was really close to who wasn't mine. I totally fell in love with him and treated him like he was my own. So I guess it just really all depends on how you view the child, I guess.
Well,
But
baby
any
feet,
child
period.
coming up to me
That's
about
okay.
their feet, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, ain't nobody touching no grown folks' feet. That is so disgusting. And
Yeah.
then y'all just played. It ain't even like
Play.
you soaked them. Ugh.
Karen hyped that event all episode. I thought it would be more people, but I forgot it was still COVID. Yeah. Yeah. But I still think it was cool that they gave her the keys to the city. Hint, hint. I need a key to the city. You
Yeah.
know what you are. I ain't gonna even say it. I won't even say. All right. And so, I can't wait to hear you guys' opinion on this. So, Ray takes the microphone and is like, well, Karen, did you announce your thing? And Karen
Uh,
Mike and is like, she is adding to the Ladam collection, she's adding candles and aromatherapy. And Wendy's looking like, huh? And
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
that was.
but,
Oh, sorry, y'all. Sorry.
See, even the dog thought that was funny.
She scared the mess out of me with that crazy bark. I promise you, I'm so mad at her right now. Please, she scared me.
all right, so Reese, what did you think when Karen announced she's gonna have candles
Oh
and a
my
home?
gosh. I was like, I laughed a little bit. I'm like, it just. And then when they went back to the clip, like I never noticed how uncomfortable Karen actually looked when she was talking about she gonna do a candle line and stuff. It was like you could see it in her face that she like, oh. So I'm glad, in a way I was glad to see it because I mean she didn't steal the ideal. But I was like, dang. That sucks. And then she was like, well, mine's 3 wick, hers is 1. I'm like, that's still
Still
you
shocking.
mean one look, 3 wick versus 1 candle.
Yeah, so I had ran across today. It was Karen's made an Instagram post where she was discussing it and she was saying that that there's more than enough seats at the table, and if there isn't, I'll pull up a chair for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and I'm kind of like you when they showed like the clip of Karen, she did look uncomfortable. Like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
should I tell her or should I not? But then, because at first I kind of felt some kind of way, but then when she was like, what did she say? Oh my gosh. When she was saying she didn't say anything to Wendy at that point, um, because it was about Wendy. She had came to her, and I kind of understood maybe why she would feel that way, but then a part of me was kind of like, but you could have said something, girl.
Yeah,
I
I
it
feel
was
like that
her.
was a terrible way to find out though.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
she was looking silly.
And she didn't
yeah,
even confront her about it. I thought that was crappy. If you were really concerned about her stealing your idea, wouldn't you have said to her, "Hey, why didn't you tell me when I was talking to you about it?"
mm,
When she was giving her like her ideas of what she wanted. I don't.
yeah,
Either way, if I had felt like you stole something from me, I would have talked to you about it. But she didn't.
yeah,
She just let it be gone. She let it be gone.
yeah.
She.
And then Karen had also mentioned in that same post, she said that Wendy knew. She's like, but maybe Wendy forgot, and that's okay. So I was like, maybe that's why Wendy didn't come back at her because Wendy was on a roll that day. So
Then why she
maybe,
look
I don't know.
shocked? Oh, he's saying she
She did
maybe.
look shocked at first, but then maybe she thought about it, like, wait a minute.
Oh,
I
she pulled a
think,
Mia.
yeah, yeah.
I can't wait till we talk about that because that was the funniest part of the whole episode.
Man,
Okay, she says Karen adding Ladam is expanding to candles and other home essential wear. Wendy's face was priceless.
it was. Man,
It
her face,
was.
she looking like,
She
And
looked
then
totally like somebody
Mia
stole
didn't
my
have
idea.
anything. Look, and then Mia didn't have anything, but then I forgot about the Botox. I forgot. She can't
oh,
show that
she can't
emotion.
look shocked.
Yeah, absolutely. And she says, I buy Karen's candle. She looked like she smelled good. They say Ladam smells good. So, hey, I still want one of Mia's candles. I think it's cute. It's a cute decorative candle. Probably doesn't smell like anything because most decorative candles don't smell like anything, but I would still buy one of hers. Absolutely, I would buy one. And I'd buy one of Ladon's too.
Well,
Yeah.
you should. You like Team Karen all day. You better buy her candle.
seriously. Yeah, no, actually, I think I'm gonna come out with a candle line too. No, I'm gonna come out with a cupcake line.
A cupcake candle line.
Yes, yes, you can put my candle in your cup in my cupcake.
Look, now y'all done gave me the idea, and I'm be the one that's gonna put it out. Y'all gonna be like, she stole it. Look at him get awkward because I was like,
Make sure you keep this.
I was making a
conversation
cupcake
on
candle
lock,
line, but
Mimi.
I didn't want to start that time.
Should Giselle start a candle line? Hey, everybody else doing it. Why not?
Pretty much.
No, start something else.
She should. Somebody need to make the 2-week candles. I mean, hey.
That's a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, and so we go back to the ladies in Williamsburg. And so Candace is having a talk with the Green Eyed Bandits. And, she's saying that at dinner, she may, separate them. She wants everybody to get along. And she tells, Giselle, she's like, I know you and Wendy got beef. And then Robin, you got beef by association. Which I love that line. Because, I mean, it's what it is. She's just like, she doesn't want any of the arguing. If there's any arguing, she's going to pop her boob out into somebody's drink.
That was so random. That was so random.
Yeah. Like, do you want to show your boob to these two? But you got to realize we got the two lovers there. So one of them might jump on it. You better not be
whatever.
That may not stop those ladies. Yes. And so Robin says she feels that she can't express herself. And then she also says that Wendy won't be invited to her wedding or her bridal shower. So what killed me about this scene, people are always trying to say, well, I'm not going to invite this person along. Chances are the person didn't want to go anyway. What are you really, what is with the little kid antics? I don't know. That was just kind of funny. And so then we go back to Surrey County. Jump back there. I feel like there's a bunch of jumping in this episode. Mm-hmm. And so the ladies, they go to 7-Eleven. And Mia says, she was happy because G doesn't allow her to go to 7-Eleven. And so I just wish she had elaborated more. I'm thinking maybe he doesn't want her going in there getting junk food, and maybe that's her way of saying he doesn't like her eating junk food or something. But I don't know, because she didn't really elaborate on it. But what she did elaborate on was she tells Wendy that Giselle said that she was a weak bitch.
That was so fun.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not there yet. Go ahead, finish up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So they go back to the house at Williamsburg. That's where we're back at now. And so I think it was Candace and Karen that were on the phone. And yeah, it was. And Candace told her, wear your cocktail attire or at least no jeans. Then the camera, they so petty. They zoom over to Giselle, who is wearing jeans. And so, so all the ladies, they're all dressed up with the exception of Giselle wearing her jeans. And Candace gives a toast once all the ladies have met up there. And I was shocked that Wendy and Giselle were standing next to each other during the toast because they had been acting petty all day. So, but I was shocked. And so Candace gives this speech that I was kind of like, huh? There's all kind of friction in this room, and here you are toasting to friendships. I was like, girl, if y'all don't learn how to read a damn room, like that is not appropriate. You might as well gave a wedding toast. That would have been more appropriate than what she said. But I get it. I guess she's on this thing. She's trying to get everybody to be cohesive. And so they're all sitting at the table, and Juan calls Robin. This is actually the second phone call that they have. And so Robin, she's being petty on this phone. Robin is on the phone like, hey, non-existent partner. I'm like, isn't that your fiance? Why are you calling him your partner? And she's like, yeah, you didn't know we had a non-existent relationship? And she has him on speaker, and he's like, stop playing with me. You could tell he was annoyed by the phone call. And she's like, well, I'll let you go, my non-existent partner. All right, and so Robin asked Wendy, are you not speaking to me too, or only Giselle? And so Wendy says, that's a good question. And she said she wanted to apologize to Robin if she said anything that hurt her. And you could tell Robin's like, because Robin wanted to go back and forth with her, but Wendy wasn't giving her the opportunity to do
I
that.
thought she looked at her like that because she was like, "Are you serious? Like,
Are you serious?" She's like, you know why you're apologizing. Don't sit here and say what you said if it offended me. Really? You know it offended me. I wouldn't have answered my phone like that if it didn't offend me.
Yeah.
Right. And what kills me is that when the night before, when Wendy was upset about her husband, she was like, I wouldn't get upset about somebody saying something about Juan, but now you're upset that somebody is questioning your relationship with Juan. Like,
No.
you're a hypocrite.
No, that's not why she was upset. She was upset because you're being fake. So she was one of the ones who's sitting there screaming and hollering when he proposed. She was super excited, giving her all this, yeah, that's so exciting, blah, 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 blah. And then the first jab you get in an argument, you want to tell me with my non-existent relationship? That's what it's not. It's not about what you heard about Juan. It's about what you're fronting with me.
But that's not what she said. She didn't say, if I heard something about Juan, she was like, well, if it was about Juan, I wouldn't be upset like this. She said about Juan. And then here goes something about Juan, and you have a problem with that.
But I don't think it was that way. I think it's like, here we are. We're all cool. We're friends. I'm sincerely, genuinely happy for you. And I'm like showing you how happy I am. And then you make me mad because you say something I don't agree with and I diss your relationship. It's not about him. It's about the friendship you thought we had.
So if she felt like it wasn't about Juan, then why was she on the phone carrying on like that? It doesn't make sense if she didn't feel like it was about Juan.
No, she was just saying, Wendy? She's throwing it back at Wendy like, yeah, my non-existent boyfriend's giving me a call. Hello. You know, she told her she had a non-existent relationship, therefore she had nothing to worry about.
Yeah, she did say that, yeah. But
that's why she has the attitude.
I just read it differently because I'm like,
she didn't go around and say Juan said you had a non-existent relationship. She is going based on what she views it as. But yesterday I was sitting there happy for you guys. And now I'm throwing in your face, oh, you ain't got a real relationship anyway, so why you worried? You can't worry about that. It's not about him. It's about the friendship I thought you and I had. That's how I took it. I don't think she cares what anybody says about Juan.
I think she does. But I'm going to leave it at that. I've said what my opinion was. I'm not going to be trying to go back and forth. So she says, should Giselle... Oh, we already read that one. Okay. So Rob paid Juan to call her. He hung up on her too. He did off the phone quickly. When he was getting his haircut, I understood jumping off the phone then. Because guys want their hair to be straight. But when she called the next time, she was being petty. He did jump off the phone. I'm like, dang. You should have said something like, tell me you love me. Be nice to me when you call. Because I'm pretty sure she texted him and told him to call. And so what else we got? Robin say the comment Wendy made really opened her eyes to what your man didn't want you. You know what? I kind of got the feeling that, because y'all know, they all read the blogs, they watch YouTube, they be responding to stuff. And so, I mean, these blogs and YouTube have been saying that Juan has a girlfriend on the side, that he doesn't really want to be with Robin, it's an arrangement, all these things. And I'm pretty sure she's seen that. So I kind of get the feeling she probably holds a little bit in her heart about people thinking that Juan doesn't want her truly. And it probably stung some for Wendy to say it. Because then at that point, it's like, well, now Wendy's putting out something or portraying something that online is saying about me. I do wonder about that, but I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? And so Wendy confronts Giselle about her weak bitch comment. And so
I'm so sorry. If I didn't like Mia before, I so love her now.
she's a mess. She was about to start another fight. So yeah, so Giselle was like, who said that? And then, production, they so shady, so they go back and show the clip. And Candace also speaks up and says, she did not call you a weak bitch. She said you shouldn't be in the group if you're going to be sensitive. I'm gonna leave what I was gonna say, but what was so funny is Mia was coming with it at first, like, you said it. And then she's like, then she started backing back. Oh, maybe you didn't say weak bitch, but that's kind of what you were making it seem like, which it did kind of seem like that's what she would have liked to have called her, but
she started thinking, she said, oh, I'm sorry, that's what I interpreted it as.
What did y'all think about this scene right here?
I cried. Oh my gosh, I died. I thought that was the funniest, because we know that they have this history back and forth, right? So Mia and Wendy don't get along, right? You're sitting here observing a conversation, and you have the opportunity to tell somebody you don't like they're a weak bitch. And she gets to sit there and think about that.
Yeah.
For however long, 4 or 5 hours, she has to sit here and think, somebody called me a weak bitch.
Yes, on that car ride, and it looked like it was a long car ride.
Oh gosh, that was
daylight when they left, dark when they made it.
And then she sits there. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I totally died. Because that was the best mind, F ever. Because she was totally like, oh yeah, that's right. You didn't say that. Oh, that's just the way I interpreted it. It was funny. I know she was dead ass wrong, but I still thought that was hilarious.
It was hilarious, especially with how serious her face was when it first came out. And she's like, you said it.
You said it. And then she was sitting there, and then you hear her in the confessional like, oh yeah, you know what? She didn't say that. And then she turns around and she says, well, that's what I interpreted. But the psychology behind how she did that, and maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but knowing that she's a chiropractor, knowing that she thinks about mind, but that's what they do. It's all about your mind. It's all about your mindset, your body, your alignment, your thoughts. Yeah. And she put in this girl's head that she was a weak bitch.
Yeah. They were talking about her and called her a weak bitch.
Oh my gosh. Do you not know?
The fight that she had because of that,
I was dying. I just thought that was the worst thing ever.
And so Yolanda says, Tell saying she didn't start the mess. Ashley, I'm like, who gave Ashley the bone in the first place?
Yeah, Giselle did. Well, apparently, according to what's her face, your friend, what's her name, Karen. According to Karen, they all knew about it, but Giselle was the only one who brought it up.
Yeah. And then now there's been reports saying that Robin was the first one to take it to Wendy. So, but I don't know. Maybe it'll all come out in the wash at the reunion. I hope. It's a lot in the air lingering with them. And so Yolanda says, it reminded me when Nene cursed Peter and called him a bitch and Cynthia did nothing. She sure did. I'm sorry. You're not calling my man a bitch. And it's going to be okay. That's when you step in and intercept and interrupt when your man is being called a bitch.
I don't know. If you sit here arguing with women, I'm going to sit there and call you a bitch myself. Why are you arguing with women?
But that's the whole thing. I don't know what Cynthia told him behind the scenes, but she should have talked to him long ago and told him, look, when the ladies got something going on, you stay over there with the guys. You don't need to come in. If somebody's attacking me, come to my aid. But outside of that,
in their business. way too much. I would have called him a bitch too. Lord have mercy. I can't. Ooh. Whiny mean. All right, go ahead.
Okay. And so, Wendy, she gave her final drag on Giselle. She was like, her best vindication, or her only vindication, is that she carries his last name. She's in a committed relationship with him. And I hate I didn't write it down, but I was like, that was good. You kept your cool. Let's leave it alone now. And so, that's it. And you still see Robin still like shaking her head like I took it as she wants to argue with that girl. But she knows she's not about to get it from Wendy. Wendy's not about to argue with her. So that was the show.
I don't know. I felt like that last drag was still kind of whack. Like,
okay, well, tell us about it. Tell us why you felt like it was whack.
I mean, I guess if you look at it, well, first of all, back to the Mia thing. So I didn't look at it like that. Like it was it could have been a manipulation thing. Now, if that's what it is, and yeah, that was funny. I thought that almost got Giselle and girl into a big fight because she was ready for it then. Like I think she was more ready than she was the night before.
The night before, yeah.
Yeah, but when you look at it from like you just made a mistake and said it that way, because yeah, what she said was like you weak, but to me saying saying it like that was way worse.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to yeah, but like with the whole
Yolanda, if he's acting like a bitch, then he's a bitch. I have no problems calling my man a bitch. And if he's being called a bitch because he acting like one, I'll sit there and be like, well, you acting like a bitch. I guess that's how we finna go. That could be why I'm single. I don't like men that act like that. And Peter was always wrong. He was always in their business.
He was.
He totally acted like a bitch.
To the point that everybody had dubbed him like, what was it, the sixth husband? I mean, the sixth housewife? Something like that they were calling him.
He was all, girl, Reese. He would be like, you know how we all hang out? Mm-hmm. He would be the only dude hanging out in our circle and having an opinion on everything that's going on in our life.
Now, it's one thing if he wanted to sit there and be cute and sit up under his wife, but no, that's not what he was doing. He was jumping into their drama and talking nuts. Like at one point, him and Nene were like this, screaming at each other. Like, no.
And he's the one arguing with her. Why are you arguing with a woman who ain't yours?
Right.
Like, that's what I was like, you know what? I can't. And that's probably what Cynthia was like, well, I'm glad y'all can tell him that because I can't. We know Cynthia don't argue.
Yeah, she ain't arguing with anybody. Even though now she's gotten a little bit better, but usually she's arguing defending Kenya.
Yeah. But this is Potomac.
And so Jamel is giving us 2 thumbs up on the show, ladies. So thank you. Jamel. Thank you for watching us.
Same question, Reese. Okay.
Oh man, I guess it. So first of all, I wouldn't keep bringing my dude if he was acting like that. Like, cause I'd be like, look, you starting up more drama than the ladies. So first of all, you invited this time. Go hang out with your boys, and if you ain't got no boys to hang out with, tough. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, that's putting him in a position to act like that. So yeah, I mean, if somebody's saying that and he ain't really being that way, but it sounds like that him. I don't know him. I don't know, because I don't watch that show like that. But it sounds like he was deserving of it. Now, if my man ain't deserving of it, then yeah. I mean, but I don't know. I guess in a way you can't just sit back and let that ride though. So that's a tough one. But I just wouldn't do around acting like that. Real talk, I wouldn't.
Like if I was Cynthia, I would have stopped bringing him around because I know you go too far, then I'm gonna have to jump in and have your back. When you're saying something you really have no business saying.
Yep.
It's like, what was that? Like when you look at these husbands, Potomac husbands, they handle their stuff on their own. You know what I'm saying? If they
except for Michael and Chris. Michael and Chris are the only 2. Yeah.
They fight, but they still fight each other. And wives try and keep them apart. but you don't see them, arguing with the women, or the women shut them down, like blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm sorry, I've never been that far. Like I say, that ain't.
Well, she said,
I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'd be like, you are acting like a bitch. Shut up. I'd be like, damn, can you be quiet? Maybe then I can defend you if you stop over here whining and crying like one. I can't stand men like that. Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was up that night anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to date a man that would behave in that way. And if I saw it and I know I'm not ready to get rid of him, like, you can't come. You just can't come because you don't know how to act.
I can't do it. But the only other thing I wanted to say with Wendy's last comment, where she was like, he's what did she say? I forgot how she put it, but she basically put it like, he will never cheat on me. And we talk about that all the time. Never talk about what a man will and will not do when you ain't around. And the fact that you've now put him out there that he will never cheat on you has now put a mark on him. And there will be somebody who will break that. And then you'll be sitting here eating your words. Yeah. So you should have just left it alone. No one believed it, left it at that. But I would have never gone on there and confessed that he will never do that to me.
Yeah.
That's everyone.
Yeah, it would be hard for me to say that on TV, especially
last words.
If he cheats on me, there's going to be memes. I'm sorry. There's going to be gifts.
Last words. Famous last words.
So, yeah, you got to be real careful.
I just didn't think it was I was agreeing with Giselle on the whole, no matter what Wendy said, Giselle's gonna be like, yeah, good job. Now if you say good job for keeping your cool, good job. But as a professional grown woman, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying, good job, but I mean, at the end of the day, this not gonna drag the whole weekend. So it's like,
yeah,
good job on not playing into like some of the petty, but at the same time, I really do feel like her and Giselle had got to a point where they kind of was done with the stuff. Like, if anything is behind each other's back, it was more like if I guess for anybody, I think she did well with dealing with Robin, kind of throwing it back in her face. But at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. But I just didn't feel like it was like all catchy and like, dang, I'm gonna use that. That was good. Like, okay.
No, I wouldn't say that it was like a catchy thing, but it was like she said what she said.
You still got your
man.
It
in a nice, nasty way, and then she just left it alone. She said, I don't
she just like, yeah,
basically.
Like
I don't need to hear your apology because I have enough vindication knowing that I have his last name. I have his full commitment. He's not going to cheat on me. And just
yeah. Because
I
guess coming from
every famous last woman's word.
That's why they like, okay. If you say so, and maybe he won't ever do it, but if there's already stuff in the atmosphere about it, and there could be truth to it that we just don't know yet, it's just gonna make her look dumber and all that at the end of the day, because you sat there with the bat like up and down, left and right, and not to say that she shouldn't have, but you didn't put this man on a pedestal that if he ain't really deserving of it for real, then that's gonna suck. That's gonna hurt worse, because to me, I would have rather had not said nothing and then he cheat and then I move on than that I was like, yeah, my man's the best, because then it goes to show that he didn't feel that way about you.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. I didn't think it was like that like you vindicated because your husband ain't cheating. That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he should be doing. He should not be cheating on you. You should have his last name. And he should be a good man. That's why you married him.
What she's doing, ultimately, she was making a dig at Giselle, but she was hitting her with the sweet nasty. You think you get it? She's saying he's faithful to me. I have his last name. I have a commitment, which Giselle didn't have those things. She had a pastor that couldn't even be faithful to her. So that was dig. That's what I took it as. I took it as a sweet nasty. Huh?
Didn't they get married or no?
They were married a long time ago. They've been divorced for over 10 years. They've been
That's
divorced a
what I'm
long time.
saying. So, like, I mean, at the time, she could have said the same thing, but you know what I
Said the
mean?
same
Yeah,
thing
okay.
2 years
So
ago.
she got a divorce. Okay. Still don't change the fact that there's rumors that your husband doing that on you now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So he's got a commitment to me. I got his last name and this and that. And it's like, okay, just pray to God that what happens to them don't come. Just like you said, she eating like everything that she's done to people. She ain't been the nicest either, from what I'm saying. And even in the past, like with her, you're gonna call me doctor and all this other stuff. She's not a nice woman, so
Yeah.
she might end up, you know what I'm saying, eating her words, and that's gonna suck because that's gonna hurt.
Right. So Yolanda said even Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, which is
Exactly.
true.
Yeah.
You gotta look J-Lo. How many times has she been cheated on by multiple boyfriends?
Halle
So
Berry.
it's possible for Halle Berry. Exactly, it's possible. Um, so I mean, we can't necessarily say, "Oh, it will never happen to me," or "It will never happen to them," because it's really up to that man. It's really up
Right.
to And so if that's not what he chooses to do, then that's just not what he chooses to do. So she says, no power couple is perfect, which is very true. No
Right.
power couple. You can have the best relationship, but there's still things behind the scenes, you know.
Or you had to go through the fire to get there. Like,
Right.
you know, like we don't know Karen and what's his name's
Right.
Ray's relationship for the last 25 years, but you can't
Pretty sure it wasn't
honestly.
easy. Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but they're at a very good place now, and that's the point. Like you're
Right.
going to go through ups and downs, but it's the fact that when you start getting back to that up and staying on that up, and hopefully that down won't repeat itself. Like, you know, like maybe your down is financial this time. Okay, you get over it. Maybe your down is, you know, infidelity. You get over it. But hopefully it's not a constant infidelity, you know?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what relationships are, just going through the goods and the bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And deciding what you can handle and what you can't handle,
Yeah.
when to walk away and when to stay and fight.
Yeah.
The biggest part is that. Absolutely. So, yes, that is our show. Unless y'all have any parts that maybe I forgot or you just wanted to talk more about.
I don't think so. I mean, the clips are like looking super crazy. I'm like, dang, it's gonna be some drama. I'm like, man. It seems like we're gonna be super messy too.
Yeah, because I wonder what Candace says about Mia that she throws the lettuce at her face.
Well, she said something because you see Mia, she's like, where are the pimps at? The hoe has arrived. I like that.
Yeah. Where's my pimp? That's what she said. That is what she said. Where's my pimp at? The hoe's here. Or something she said, and she threw the lettuce at her. I was
But
like,
then
okay.
y'all saw her husband starting like he getting a little wild too. I was like, what he doing? Like, hold on, what's going on with him?
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's about to get wild.
Yeah, because he was telling the men they need to go to butt clubs.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Then they showed the
what
clip
the hell is a butt club?
I guess strip club
with big booties, maybe.
You know, after watching Love After Lockup, I have a whole different idea.
You're in the gutter. We need you to come out that gutter, girl. Come on out that gutter.
But I mean, Amanda saying go to the butt club. That dude, that is a bit suspect. Like,
you know,
I don't think her dude gay or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? Because he was like my favorite husband, but I don't know. You shouldn't make them kind of comment.
He must talk crazy or say something that might
maybe
be
he meant the booty club. Like, you know, some people might be saying that about strip clubs.
Yeah, I think some people call the strip clubs the booty club.
Well, the booty club, okay, but the butt club
sounds bad. It does sound bad.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then of course Michael and Chris, they haven't resolved their issue from last year.
Nope.
So that'll be interesting.
Candace's mama is about to be messy. She's about to be messy. Did you see when Robin asked her, do you think Chris is taking advantage or not doing enough or something? She's like, absolutely.
Yeah, because then of course
and I'm like, you can't say that to her.
Yeah, that she starts in, and then of course Chris comes to her later about something that I've never asked you for money. And Candace is looking at him like, really? Like, yeah, you have, kind of, maybe? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how all that goes down. I mean, they were kind of recapping, like, are they not having an episode next week? Because they were kind of like pushing it out. Like,
Karen's wedding.
Is that next week, just the wedding?
Well, you know what? I don't know what's going on next week. Yeah, but I thought it was going to be the wedding, but I could be wrong. But I was thinking it was going to be the wedding.
They did so much jumping to the future. And like I said, then you see Robin and Juan having issues.
Yeah.
And he could just be tired of the pettiness. Or he also could be tired of her constantly questioning whether or not he's going to cheat on her again.
Well, he says that.
He says that because, again, I've been watching it from the beginning. That has been their whole issue the whole time. Why she feels reluctant to truly throw herself all the way in is because she's so scared.
At first, I was thinking that, and then I rewound it to watch it again. And he said that was 20 years ago. But she said when they were in therapy that he cheated since they've had kids. So I'm wondering what is it she's alluding to then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did wonder about that.
Yeah,
I will be watching now. Oh, she says next week may be a filler. Which they do tend to do that, where they're just kind of pushing stuff into an episode, and it kind of sometimes don't even make sense.
Yeah.
But,
or kind of a catch up to how they got here, because I can't believe we're on episode 8. And prayers to Greg Leaks. I'm not sure if you guys did hear that.
Yes, I meant to say that at the beginning.
He's on his deathbed.
Yes, I want to give prayers to Greg and his family, and to his wife Nene and their children. Because they're saying that he is fighting for his life at this point. So
what happened?
He has cancer.
Oh.
He had colon cancer. He was in remission for 2 years, and then it came back, I think, like a month ago. But of course, now it's like
stage 4
pretty much done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's sad.
Yeah, very, very sad. Very, very sad. I'm sure. According to Google, no, Yolanda did not. The Butt Club is a group of people who like it in the back room.
I was right.
Oh, wait, that wasn't Yolanda. I'm sorry. That's Belle.
No.
Is that what's going on now?
I was right. It's Steve.
Oh, no. No. Now Michael may jump in on that trip, but I don't see the other guy. Michael will be trying to teach you on.
I was right.
Yolanda is praying to them. Yeah. Prayers to them.
Prayers to them.
Yeah.
I like Greg.
Yeah, I like Greg too.
Cool dude to watch all these years.
It's hard to like hear when somebody's got cancer. It's always I hate that.
Yeah, I think she even said this time he's like gotten so small.
Yeah.
Like
he lost a lot of weight last time too. Yeah. So it's sad all around. Definitely feel bad for him. All right, well, that is our show tonight. So you can always catch us for the recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac on Monday nights. And then Saturday mornings, we do a recap on Love After Lockup. Well, I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Now it's Life After Lockup. All right? So come back and join us. We would love it if you join us. We love it if you hit that like button down below before you head out, as well as that subscribe button so you can become a part of our shady crew. All righty? I know Yolanda is an honorary member.
I know.
Now we got here with us.
One day we're going to get you on here, Yolanda.
Now we got DeMel coming in with his comments here. Can't believe he Googled it. And Google would know. Google knows. I'm telling you, man. Google.
Oh, we love you too, Yolanda. Thank you for supporting us. Because you come every week and you support us. We appreciate that. All right.
Yes.
Oh, did she say something too? Oh, bye, Jamel. Bye, Yolanda. Bye, everybody.